Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Friyay, in which I've just realised that I unmuted, and muted myself again, and then immediately got very confused when I couldn't hear myself talking. Yeah, it's been a long week. I'm fairly sure this week was 3 months long. Which might explain why Raven is currently at a 190 stream streak. Just those numbers. And Frauke on a 60 stream streak as well. I do not have words to express the goodness nature of all of that. However, I also see we have Anuska, Frauke, a Raven, a Bow, a Blast, and a Fulmers. I think that's everyone who's said anything so far. Welcome to everybody who is here. Welcome to those who aren't here. Welcome to those who aren't entirely here. That might be me. I hope that everybody... Oh, and we have a True Purple. Welcome in, True Purple. I am so glad that we have made it to Friday, and I am, as always, very glad to have you joining me. Mostly because I think I'd fall apart otherwise. No. That's what gaffer tape is for. And a bow. And a bow. Did I not say bow? I could have sworn I said bow. If I didn't, I apologise. If I did, hey, multiple welcomes. Don't think so. Well, then I'm losing track of what I've said, which is entirely normal for me as well. It's been a long week, and it's Friday. Thank goodness. That very long pause was like 8 different swear words being edited out. Oh, it's just me for now. Yeah, I didn't want it to. Right. I do hope that everyone is doing well this Friday. I had some fun overnight. I built 2 more windows. Mostly because there ain't a point in showing you them because they're all the same. But what it does mean is that when we look at this from all sides, we now really get a heck lot of a better opinion of what this is going to look like. And, oh dear Smeggy, is it going to look good? Oh dear Smeggy? Who's Smeggy and why are we saying dear hello to them? What? Right. That said, yesterday we ended stream with me digging a hole. Which is entirely normal. Happy to report that the meeting has gone well, and while you still have to spend the next week reading papers, you're finally able to start learning Linux. Oh, that is fantastic news, Blast. Congratulations on getting through all of that. I know that it's been a heckin' ton of work to get... Really? Okay, who ordered rain, snow, whatever. I know it's been a heckin' lot of work to get to where you are, and congratulations on getting there. Let's see. What was I going to do? I was going to do some Windows, which has absolutely nothing to do with Linux, because Windows. Alright. Does anyone know where I left anything? Oh, no, hold on. I still need those. I might as well pick up those. What are you? Oh, okay. You're not what I'm looking for. 12 weeks and counting until today. That's how long it took? Dang! Congratulations on keeping some sanity through all of that. Nah, sure I would've. Yikes. There's a hole here. I might have some light left out. No. There's nothing resembling a brain cell around here. And True Purple is on a 55... Wow, big number streams this evening. Thank you for another insane high streak. Insane high streak. That's a word. That's a set of words. It might even be a mouthful. I'm not sure you had any in the first place, Blast. But, well, I'm sure we can find out for you. Oops. Right, let's start filling in some edges. Filling in some edges. I mean, something, no. Wow. You could have gotten free food since a pizza delivery went to the... Well, Fulmers, the world respects you for actually being a good person. Or at least, I do. Even if the world doesn't, I do. Much respect paid for that. Exactly. All the respect for being an actual honest human being. There are far too few of them around sometimes. And that's not what I wanted to place. Come back. Really? Yeah. Yeah, there are far too few people who in this world who are actually honest, sane, sensible people. It is nice to know that we have decent people in here. Laddie, do you think you might want to rethink that? No. Wait. You'll not be able to enjoy it. Well, that's the thing. Some people are able to disconnect their the honesty center of their brains, and others are not. And some of us are able to actually have the correct counting skills of their brains be functional, and others are not. Let's grab that. I mean, can I get rid of the snow? I mean, it looks lovely, and I might bring back Moody later. We can bring back Moody later if you'll just go away now. No. Okay. It's just past noon. I know. it's not... Oops. I never picked up any copper. Nope. Counting skills on stream are greater than impossible. Yes, absolutely. Oh, I do have waxed, weathered copper. Great. I swear, the number of words involved in a single item description nowadays. So how many people have been looking at the new Minecraft experimental patch and going, I can accelerate carts to the speed of light? Well, speed of sound, actually. 1,000 blocks per second maximum if you reset it. And we have a Glam Pixie. Welcome in, Glam Pixie. Can confirm, counting was off the charts. Got told that it was 75 NTD for your lunch. Gave them 65 and like a fool. Yep, that would do it. Just realised there's a block missing. Paged with mostly 10 NTD coins. Ah, so you had an off by 1 error in your counting. You failed to count to 7 correctly. I have never ever had issues counting to a low number. No, wait, hold on. I think I've got my wordings wrong there. I have always had trouble counting to a correct number. That's the one. Right. I have stairs. Oh, hold on. No, stairs are too early. I need to chisel first. Really. And we have, for those playing the Pokemon game, a Clefable. Which looks a bit like one of those sort of weird fat cell monsters from Doctor Who. Yeah, I probably should put the copper in here, if nothing else, just to allow me something to walk on. I'm trying to remember what the name of the thing I'm trying to remember is, but it doesn't even matter. It's pink, must be a fairy. Oh, well, yeah. Right, it's starting to get dark. Let's get rid of the snow. Right. Oops. Let me in. Woohoo! I can get rid of the. I can get rid of the sleep. No, I can get rid of the snow, the sleet. One of these is the correct word. Some of these are actually accurate. If you or anyone else has lost all hope in reality, congratulations. We will rise again. Everybody, after blast. 1, 2, 3, rigged! No. It's nice to know that the comedy centres of all of this are becoming at least active right now. Excuse me, sir. You're not supposed to be here. Thank you. Sir Brick. Sir Brick. Right. Done those. What haven't I done these? He said rigged way too fast, didn't have time for an exclamation mark. Ah. I apologise, I will count down slower next time. What did I do over here? Did I? Yes. Oh, yes, that's what I need to do. That's what I've done. I'm attempting to remember the design and modify it simultaneously. This is always the best way to build. If at first you don't succeed, lie, cheat, and build something totally different. It's reading Wayne Family Adventures. Nearly forgotten the part of the Batman. Alfred's sass. Alfred has so much sass. There's a lovely episode of Batman 66, basically the Technicolor Batman, in which Alfred is very, very sassy to the Joker. Hail Hydrate! I think it's where Alfred ends up beating up the Joker with a poker. And a stretch. Oh, there's a pop. And thank you very much for the hail hydrate and the stretch, Landstrad. I think at the end of that sequence, Alfred ends up with the Joker on the bat poles, forcibly sending him up and down the bat poles repeatedly until the Joker is begging for forgiveness. Because, of course, the Joker thinks he's found Bruce Wayne's secret escape hole. Nothing to do with Batman. I'm whoops. Today on very surreal advert alternatives. You know what? I might as well just do these ones without actually climbing further. Ow. Then again, maybe I should have just climbed. It would have been less dangerous. Friend sent you an advert for the brands. Nothing that'd be nada to be difficult. Somewhere in there was a sentence. Actually, no, there wasn't. Right, I do need those. And I do need those. No, I'm pretty sure there wasn't. I have admitted that already. Oh, I need... Oh, hey, I have them. That's useful. Right. Oh, that's just typical. Come on. Put the block in the right place, Scotsman. I should probably get out the polished walls while I'm at it. Then we can put them here. I'm not sure that anyone wants to actually be able to translate me. That would require somebody to put in the effort to understanding my brain. And the last person who attempted that is still actually being treated for mental instability. I leave it to you to work out whether or not it was my mental instability that they're being treated for, or their own as a result of trying to talk to me. Also, both .gif. The squirrels! The squirrels! They talk to me. I hear the screech in the night. Ah, goodness. I am the squirrel that screeches in the night. Isn't that a crossover with Darkwing Duck? Reminded of the Bones episode where they were translated instead of murdered. Really? I don't remember that episode. I seem to remember watching most of Bones and thinking, why? I mean, there are a great many weird episodes in Bones. Right. Okay. I think, which is a bad start to a phrase, I think, coming from a Scot... Oh, no. I haven't done the brick walls. Yeah, at the funeral, suspecting the body was murdered. Ah. Oh, is that the one where they went to the funeral and then ended up almost stealing the body mid-funeral? Okay, now I remember the episode. I am 12 walls short, typically. If in doubt, steal the body. A good friend will ask you, will help you hide the body. A really good friend will ask you whether or not they need a shovel or a JCB. Come here. There we are. Right, and now I need some fencing. Where did I leave my fencing? Well, there it is, but that's nowhere near enough. Please, sir, can I have some more fence, sir? That might be enough. Thank you for joining us, Blast, and have a good sleep and a good weekend. Right. Now, what I'm hoping for is that this will give us an idea of what this tower looks like. And then what I'm thinking is we'll move on over to the Gatehouse. Yay! I fell off the scaffolding. Ah. Never a good move. Was that all of it? Yes. Excellent. Right, then I'm going to take that. Really? I had one warped fence left at the end of that. That's just the universe's way of warning me. It's going to be a full day of off by one errors towards the end of the evening. Right. I could have added the glass, but I think I'll hold off on it. What I have, however, done is not left myself a sensible way out of here. Maybe I should have put some floors and stairs in. But at the moment we're just working out the shape of the building. We're not doing interiors or anything useful like that, are we? Oh, actually, we should probably finish this walkway. The walkway would be useful to finish. However, how is... Let's have a quick look. Ooh, oh, that's nice. That's probably the most complete section of any of this. That really, really works as a building shape. Oh, I haven't got the stairs in on that section of pillar. Let's do those. Do we have any? No. Hello, Expol. Welcome in. Happy Friyay. We have made it to Friyay. Therefore, it is good. For there is a yay in the fry. Ooh, I'm running out of blackstone. How much of this do I need? Oh God. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Oof. 9. Okay, so that's 18. Three and 6 is 9. Oh, wait, what do you know? We have an Aorus. Ready to be cowed. You managed to get into some weird language conversions there. Ah, okay. The second one didn't want to have an L in it. It took me 3 attempts to read what was missing in that. Right, you become stairs, you become uh-oh, have I just made the wrong thing? No, that's alright, I've made the right thing. I thought for a minute I'd got my blocks wrong. Going down. Yikes. Going way down. Ah, nice catch, Nuska. 7. Ooh. So close. So close. For a build wearing, how did I not take damage there? Sheer brute force, blind luck. I would love to attribute it to absolute skill in flying, but we all know that that's absolutely not the case. Oh, forgot to do those. Oops. Too far. That last one? Yes, it is. The spread on scaffolding means that a build like this would just be annoying. And you know what? I am now way deep down into this, and I think it's probably safer just to fly out through concerted effort of a firework. There. Okay. Hello, Ritsu. Welcome in. And let's have a quick look again. Ooh, that looks so much better with those in. It just helps break up the vertical straightness of the... Yeah, you know where I was going. However, one question comes to mind. Have I gotten this wrong? Possibly. I was trying to... so one thing I've been trying to work out is what to do with the shaping of these pillars and where they join into all of this. And it's not so much an off by one error as a should I be adding... I want to add in walls. The question is whether or not I add in the walls on an extra column, or whether or not this column that is the outer one here is the one that gets the walls. And I don't know. Because if I add in the column, I feel it's going to be... It's not going to work at this point. Because I've got to match it into this design. Where we actually have this. And I should have put in the walls all the way up the outside edge of this. And with these... Where are they? It's this one. The wall is the one outside, immediately beyond the black stone. So it kind of feels like it should be all the way down there. You know what? I think the only way to answer this is to ignore it completely and go and build something else. To test it. Do I have any? No, I don't. Excellent. That's this one. It's one of those. I'm not sure if it is an off by one or an off by lack of understanding. A loft. It's a loft. A loft of what? It's a loft of walls that I need to make. I should probably go and get some sleep before darkness completely falls and we end up with exploding shrubberies. Ooh, mail. Enjoy. I hope you get some nice mail. My post this week has been both weird and I bought myself a nice laptop sleeve, and now I've got the problem that the laptop sleeve doesn't fit into my rucksack with the laptop in it. So I now have to ponder whether or not I want to get a larger laptop bag to go with the laptop sleeve to go with the laptop. And it's like, oh, this is just unfair levels of ridiculous. I'm kind of glad I didn't buy the larger version of the laptop sleeve. Could always get a larger laptop first. No, I don't want a larger laptop. I'm quite happy with the laptops I have. I'm a big fan of the Microsoft Surface, and I have one. And I have no intention of upgrading that because it's it's probably going to last me a good few years before I consider upgrading it. So, stickers from a community challenge, 2 ceiling fan light combos, nice. Stickers from a community challenge sounds interesting. There used to be a company called Get Glue. They were kind of sort of attempting to make themselves kind of like an internet version of Nielsen, except with people voluntarily providing information about what they were watching. Tentacle kitties. Oh, tentacle kitties. They're being posted, aren't they? I think the next batch of tentacle kitties is being posted. Yay! I'm looking forward to those. I also noticed that Per.Inc. have a new plush coming from Makeship that they just put up for sale today, which I may have to get. But at the moment, my biggest investment this week, by way of forward investment in something fun, is I have backed the Kickstarter for the next Dragons of Wales book, in which he is going to be doing, for want of a better... He keeps describing it as prompt engineering, where you actually tell an actual artist what you want in words, and he will draw it and turn it into dragons for a book. Hello, welcome back, Pixie. Hello, Pixie. Hello. Right. Have a good meeting, Raven. Okay. Let's see. I think I like it with the walls. It gives it just that little bit more depth. And all in pencil. You got yours sorted already. Excellent. I decided to invest some of the money that I have coming in from my life, and I went for the full commissioning level so that I could get all of the pencil drawings, and I'm going to work with some friends' daughters to get them to pick the descriptions. It's great fun to be able to actually do that. I think I am going to go with the walls on all of the pillars like this. I think it works better. But I'm not going to bother changing at this point. I think we should go and have a look at this. I feel like this is our next target. So, let us... Oh, no, hold on. That is not our next target. Our next target is to finish off this walkway. Scots, you've said this one 3 times. Would you mind actually building it? Ooh, you do commissions, Pixie. I was not aware of this. Somehow. And now I feel like I have failed in paying attention. If you actually build it, your squirrels and chat can comment on it. Well, that too. Oh, I've left out the walls as well. Ooh, there are so many things I have not... You have, painting mostly. That sounds awesome. Yeah, you're going to have to be a bit more descriptive on that thing that has been left unfinished for over a year in Castle Gordonstein. There are many of them. There are still many of them. I haven't a clue what I haven't finished in Castle Gordonstein right now. Castle Gordonstein has a lot of things that are not finished. Briefly mentioned some of the caves. There's a bridge in Castle Gordonstein that I haven't finished. I don't even remember starting one. We're doomed. And a wild Burmese has appeared. Does anyone need a Burmese? Apparently I do. Also a tower that got a 4 very late, but... oh, okay. I'm fairly sure that there are towers that still do not have floors. There are many things that are not complete. I'm fairly sure that there's at least one tower that is partially started and not actually moved forwards. We have an Elkhorn in chat. Welcome, Elkhorn. Arriving to try and catch a Pokemon. I see where your priorities lie. I feel like I have forgotten something. How to place blocks is apparently what I've forgotten. Where I left my axe is probably... Ooh, that's interesting. Apparently, if snow layers are greater than 1, you can't place things into them. Boing, boing. Oh, for goodness sakes. Come on. You can climb the hill. Climb, climb. Climb the hill, yeah. Climb it all the time. Climb, climb. And the worst thing is, I only have enough of the fences to do 1/2 of this walkway. That is a very loud motorbike. I'm also left thinking this looks wrong. Partially because the fences don't join with the walls. Which means I can happily walk out of the building. Excuse me, would you mind just riding off into the sunset? Oh, I know why. It's because everything else in this build is at least 2 layers deep, and this is just flat. But of course, if I make this deep, then it's going to interfere with this. So and if I can't. I can't. I have left myself unable to detail. The horror, the horror. I can't detail. Please excuse the overacting. I apparently had caffeine today.
Well doomed, he's had caffeine.
At which point, I don't think there is much more that we can do by way of shaping on this. I think we're going to have to leave it at that. Okay, we'll leave it at that and ruminate on the concept. Okay, now we can get back to this. It's only been 17 attempts. I think for this one I will go smaller on those. I will... Oh, I was going to... I had looked at using... That's stripped spruce down here. Do we still want to go with stripped spruce, or do we want to actually bring in the copper? I think bringing the copper in is probably more appropriate. And we got plenty of it. It at least then gets this in tune with the rest of the building. Tunes may help you breathe more easily. Right, let's find the things that go with what I'm thinking about. Actually have some deep slate bricks left over. Let's turn you into stairs. The alternative would be, instead of looking at the gatehouse, looking at the top of the back of the hill. That set of words makes sense, but hey. But I kind of want to sort out this gatehouse. Ooh, so nearly didn't make that. Right. Yeah, da 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 dee 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 dee. I'm forever building castles, trying to make them right. I don't know why they're so smacking high. No, that's the wrong block. Ooh, Cairo. The quotable monastery is... Well, you see for yourself, Elkhorn, and take a guess at how it's going. Survey says there's a small amount of it. Of course, all of this is just the basic layout and figuring out a concept. Because the fun thing is... Hello, Mad. This block will be repeated at this level. And the clock struck 12. I don't have a design for this section yet, so that might we have to become things soon. What? This one is actually almost completely structured by way of shape, so that's good. Whoops, and that's the 23-minute past server lag. So we're now into smaller building detailing, very much like a tall clock tower. Quite possibly. I was a little bit inspired by Big Ben, or Elizabeth Tower, or whatever the heck it's... Yeah, because Big Ben's the clock. No, Big Ben is the bell. Get it right, Scott. Yeah, I'm sort of basing it a little bit as a structure on Big Ben, and also on half a dozen other buildings. Because, hey, why base on one when you can base on many? I'm fairly sure that there's a few fantasy art buildings that I'm kind of basing it upon. Any mods that add bigger bells. I'm so glad that I managed to read that one correctly. I haven't seen any. At least nothing notable. The bells, the bells,
Esmeralda, I hear the bells.
It's funny, it's usually the squirrels I keep hearing. That said, the latest updates to the armor stands mod would theoretically allow you to make really big bells just by scaling them up. I think the armor stands mod allows you to make things 10 times bigger. So many things that could be said. I'm very glad that I'm not saying them. Right. What am I stuck on? Oh, apparently there's a block here. Now, what I do need to do is jump back down again. I get knocked down, but I get up again. They ain't never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down. Except I didn't get knocked down. I jumped. Oh well. Right, let's see. Let's swap those for this. At which point it's that for this. Oh, piddle. Which means this should have been walls. I'm trying to keep a consistent-ish design style, even though different bits are different sizes. I'd like to try and keep the styling very similar throughout the whole build, which of course means that every time I hit a mistake like that, I immediately have to go away and chastise myself. No, wait, that's the Spanish Inquisition. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Right, I need some walls. I didn't have any. Hey-ho, hey-ho, it's back up the hill we go. We're running out of all the things we need to have some sanity. Let's turn you into that. Now, by doing this, what we get is, as well as having a... Ooh. That's interesting, because that gives me a top design. And I wonder if I should be applying that to the towers. Sanity is allowed. It's just not common. Also, welcome back, Raven. Brains. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Pinky? Brains. Oh, sorry. That's what happens if Pinky and the Brain end up in a zombie apocalypse. Brains. Narf. Uh, Narf brains? Could you imagine Pinky as a zombie? Oh, that would be a thought. Pinky is normal, just himself and not zombie. But it's kind of hard to tell the difference. Ow. Or Pinky gets bitten by a zombie and the zombie starts going narf. Actually, that would be the hilarious one. Instead of Pinky going zombie, the zombie gets confused and starts going narf. Pinky is the zombie cue. Exactly. Oh, that would just be so seriously wrong and hilarious. We have a Volbeat in the channel. Yeah. Alright. You... I need there and... No, there. Thank you. Then that, and this. Dishmergle. Dishmergle? Dishmergle. I don't have any deep slate. Deep slate? Yes, you've got an ochre catch there, Ritsu. Rather than a poker catch. At which point it didn't even pick up that it was incorrectly spelt because it wasn't picked up by the bot. Oops. And Elcon and Pixie caught that one. Right. The way, the best of me. Oops. I nearly fell down into the tower. Happy Pixie is happy. It's a good thing. Ooh. I actually landed correctly there. I wasn't expecting to, and kept my finger on shift for longer than necessary. Let's see. I would have there, and there, and then we'll have something else up there. Oh, I do have these. That's good. Been informed that it is National Rum Day today. Raven, that is a very dangerous thing to inform me of. Although I did have to laugh. I was informed by a colleague that we've got a bank holiday coming up in a week and a half, and I was like, we have? I apparently have completely lost the fact that there's a bank holiday coming up in the UK. It's like, There's a long flight from the UK to the US, meaning it would no longer be National Rum Day when I arrived. Boo! That's a rum do. It's the way, the best of me. Right. Figure you'll celebrate locally anyway. I mean, anything for a good reason for rum. How was the rum cake? Delicious. I am so jealous. Okay. I think I need to take out the block at the top there. Zombie shuffles to a button. Uh-oh. Hail, hydrate! Thank you, Landstrad. And I apparently need to stretch as well. Oh, second. Oh, that's a pop even before I started stretching. Thank you, Landstrad. And everyone else, remember to do a posture check while you're at it. Okay, what in Smeg's name was I doing with the shaping of this? I mean, really, this section looks like I was celebrating National Rum Day while I was actually designing it. Also, my inventory is chaotic at best and impossible to work with at worst. Do I even... What? I was about to say, why do I have stripped spruce logs? I've just remembered. Right, I don't need, like, 11 stacks of deep slate tiles. I thought Landstrad had been here earlier. But, greetings, Landstrad. Yes, because Landstrad was here 48 minutes ago when he also redeemed a stretch and hydrate, thus attempting to keep me from dehydrating again. Right. Before I make the same mistake... Ah, okay. You missed him earlier. Then just keep practicing with your aim. I'm sure you'll get him better next time. This is the walls. This is the way we built the walls, built the walls, built the walls. This is the way we built the walls, wondering what we're doing. Somewhere around here is 134, hold on, which was I measuring? 134. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I say rule 34? I said, what? I am not sure I said rule 34. Did I actually? Okay, that's good. I was about to, I know what rule 34 might be. I mumble a lot. There's nothing new on there either. I mumble, mutter, randomly comment, and generally fail to make any sense at the best of times. This does not necessarily invoke Rule 34. And you're focused on fishing. Fishing is not the worst of things to be focused on. Ooh, level 60. Congrats. You know, it probably would have been sensible for me to have actually brought a bed down here. Because now I'm going to have to fly back uphill again. Perfect landing, right on my doorstep. I should probably also consider eating. Right. I'm going to put that and that in there. That doesn't go in there. That goes in there. Actually, I'm going to put away the waxed weathered copper. Is it waxed weathered copper grate? Yes, it is. Blocks of copper, waxed blocks of copper. I'm starting to run low on oxidized copper. I cannot for the life of me think where all of it's gone. Oh well. That was just one room. Okay. We're gonna do this sensibly, which I generally wouldn't recommend. Why anyone would do anything sensibly around here is, well, anyone's guess. I should be... Is it this one? Yes, it is. It's there and there. Which means I need to put in one of these. And then I did hold on to these pieces of copper. 2, 3, 4, 5. Might as well do this bit while I'm still thinking about it. One. I'm just going to infill with that because I can. And then is it? Hold on. Hold on. There's something not right here. How did I end up with a... Wait, how did I end up with a block in front of that block? I must have misclicked at some point. That was an interesting piece of... Wait, there's an off by one here. Double click. Yeah, obviously. Derp happens. I'm pretty sure that's the other subtitle for my streams. It goes along with the what the heck was I doing and how the heck did I end up here. Or what was I thinking? Derp Quest. Available now. I'm thinking... Right, hold on. Let's have a think about this. Okay, I've had a think about it. Dang it. Speaking of rum, you got a very nice small batch rum from Quebec as well. Quebec? Quebec. Actually, what do you put the what do you put the the focus on? Is it the Quebec? 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 Oh dear. I'm having one of those days, aren't I? I think the middle section of this, where it's Quebec. Ah, okay. And we have a fletchling. Really? Apparently I've caught one of those before. Okay. Now that we've got the beginnings of a design in other areas of this build, I think Quay? Great. Now we're going to have all of the I know what I'm trying to say. No, I don't. Right. We thank you for the dictionaries. And for the entire steam trunk full of them. Uh-oh. Hold on. Today on Things That Make Scotsmen Go, ow! What was that called for? In theory, that wouldn't be too difficult, Nuska. That interaction already theoretically exists. There is a what's that? I know what it's called, but I can't remember what it's called. I know, really. But it's a sort of universe interaction type thing. And the name completely escapes me right now. No, it's Current Raven. It's been involved. It's been used at the moment by quite a few people. Crowd control. My brain is slow but active. Crowd control is the name of the concept. And it basically allows you to define interactions with games. That height. Not that height. Well, actually, that height works as well. Because it's that block that goes here. So it's that one and that one. At least I'm fairly sure it's crowd control. Ah, thank you. Because I think that's the current gen one that a lot of people are using for some very interesting interactions. Do not, however, expect me to be installing crowd control and setting it so that whenever words are triggered, I get an anvil dropped on me. Much as how it might be funny. Wait, that feels... Hold up, something's not right here. Those are one. That is an off by one here. What about a book? I mean, that might be one way of getting all the books I'm going to need for the quote library. I probably should take a quick nap. Oh, crowd control is very much linked to chat responses. That's the entire reason it exists. You can set it up so that it is either based on commands being triggered or trade-ins, turn-ins, whatever. So people can buy points. It's a very interesting and powerful mod. It's also not something that I have actually thought about, because I'm not entirely convinced I know of a good... I mean, having a dictionary dropped on my head would be an interesting, but slightly surreal addition to the world. Righty. I meant the bot response is paper for balled up paper, dictionary is anvil for straight. I can't see any reason why that wouldn't be possible. It might need a little bit more creative feedback from the system, but that would just be monitoring the text that goes into chat. And operating based on the RNG that is triggered. You lot really like the idea of me having things dropped on my head. I'm not sure I should have said that, because the answer is obviously going to be yes. This feels off. Because that shouldn't have been there. Because it's actually based off of that one. That's the correct one anyway. I should never let you lot have ideas. Letting you lot have ideas is dangerous. Possibly concussive as well. How many did I put above 2? Hey, Shadow Sky. Welcome in. Happy Friday. In which we're currently attempting to work out new and imaginative ways to give me concussions. In-game. As if we needed any more ways to make my life interesting. Oh, I see. No, I don't. I was about to say, why is this shaped like this? But it's because I was trying to make it so that the front is curved back towards the archway, which probably makes absolutely no logical sense at all. Why on earth would I do that? I don't know. Alright, I need more of these. 2. Alright. Now, if we're doing this sensibly, which is probably a bad start, sensibly involved in this conversation, we should be doing that. Finally home from the annual policies meeting. Ooh. My sympathies. I also feel like I probably should have put that one further forward from where I did, which means this one is now wrong. No, that one was right. How wide is this? 1. Please tell me this is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is we bring in the concept of one of the arches from the tower at the side, so that we have that, and then we go up from there before we... So, the idea was that this was going to expand outwards and then have a small round window on this tower. I think what I would like to do is first have one of these blocks of section before we go up from there to this round window above it. That way it feels like it'll be anchored more into the design. Yes, I think that will work nicely. It's going to make this tower taller, but I think this already felt like it was way too short between the two sections. So, what we do need is a pile of other materials. Ow. Somebody else was having a discussion about that, how people regularly will go ow when their character in Minecraft takes damage like that. It's one of those... Whoops. It's not like we're actually physically taking damage, but we keep turning around and reacting as though we do. Is that a streamer-only thing, or do other people actually do that when they're playing solo? Mirror neurons. Yeah. It's one of those reactive responses. I need more of those. Let's make this into them. Do. Yabba-dabba. Do. You do it mostly when you're talking with people, streaming or otherwise. So is it it's psychic damage? Emotional damage? No. Form of empathy also happens when a real person... Ah, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Also, how dare I be empathic? No, wrong one. It's this one. Did I pick up the tough brick walls? Yes, I did. Oh, heck. So the copper row is here. Which means these should theoretically be walls. Dang it. Absolute proof that I'm making this design up as I go along. I keep getting it wrong. How can you get it wrong when you're making it up as you go along? Well, that's kind of the point. Right, so what I'm thinking is... Careful, he's thinking. I think... 1, 2, 3. Then it would be 1, 2, 3. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, Alcorn, you've misspelt hashtag rigged there. I don't know why I'm collecting all of these materials after I'm dropping them. I could just as easily let them despawn, but I never know when I'm going to actually turn around and go, oh, I need like 17 tons of stone brick. Now, if it was cobble, then I really would definitely be collecting it, because I never seem to have enough cobble. But that's a late game Minecraft thing, because by the time you get into late game Minecraft, nobody has enough cobble for anything. I'm gonna need to... Oh, hold on. It's here that we do these. Probably going to want to put in some sort of stair block at some point. Oh, I haven't fixed these walls. I missed. No, we didn't. Okay, and then it's 3 up from here. 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one has the stair next to it, which would to be here and here. And then we go one more up and realise that we've already crashed into... Wow, we've made this... This is going to make this significantly taller than originally planned. Is that going to be a bad thing? Actually, that's probably not going to be a bad thing. I think I'm happy with that. Where's my stairs? Because the stairs go here and here. Now what we can do is... This doesn't seem like a problem. No, I think that's where my brain is going as well, Raven. It will help it fit in better. I mean, I'm not making it dramatically taller. The goal will probably be the circular window, I think, will be starting about 3 blocks above this, maybe 2. And then it will bring it up by about half a... So I think it's only going to be about 6 blocks taller at most. No, I didn't want that there. Goodbye forever. Right. What I think I'll do is I'll actually bring this out at this level with all of the materials I do not have. Ow. How are there so many of those down here? Ooh, who knows? Yeah. That'll work. So what we'll do is we'll bring out the side pillars at the point that that goes out. Or that's in. And then we'll keep the actual wall that yes. Yes, yes. I need more deep slate tile walls. I need a lot more polished deep slate in a variety of forms. I've got deep slate stairs, I'm just missing the polished deep slate. Yeah, da, 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 da. If I've got 12 of those and 4 of those, I'm going to need... let's make 24 more of those, because that will be completely wrong and overkill, but will probably be useful. What was the other thing I said I needed? Deep slate tile walls. Right. Ooh, I should probably take a snack. How did I land on that one? I managed to successfully just go straight across that 1 block gap. There. That's not what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. So if we bring that out to here, at this point I will I will go back to deep slate tiles here. So that will just link in with that. So rather than having the copper up here again, going down. It's this level that we put the outcrop in. Hello, Nanian. Welcome to Friday. I think I know what I forgot to pick up. Yes, I forgot to pick up polished basalt. Dang it. I was about to ask, why are you screaming at a banshee? But you're not actually screaming at a banshee, you're screaming like a banshee. Slight difference. Conceptually very different concept. Okay, so we bring this forwards. This will give us the space to... What would a banshee do if you scream back at it? How do we know that's not a banshee mating ritual? However, screaming at a banshee might actually be their form of flirting. Why did I say that? Oh, snow! Schnurr! Banshee courtship. Scream at each other. Schnurr! I can't see what I'm building. It's alright, I'm not sure I can see what I'm building anyway. Okay. Polished blackstone stairs. What height did I bring these out at? Oh yeah, it's here and here. The cat thing and comment on my grammar. Oh! it would complain at exactly how you screamed at it. That actually seems probably more accurate. Aye. Like so. Like so. Oh, lovely. So, insurance company. Don't need to scream at me in that tone of voice. That's the other possibility. Yep. Oh, I'm starting to... That's feeling nice. If I can get the circle into this for above it, that's gonna look really rather good. You know this conversation is going to get weirder the longer it progresses. Why was I about to mine immediately underneath my feet? Have I not learnt anything? And because Friday afternoon. Yeah, very much that one. And apparently it's National Rum Day in America, which I'm feeling very upset at because nobody told me. Otherwise I would have prepared the rum. There was clearly a gross oversight on my behalf by not preparing the rum. Exactly. Where has all the rum gone? feel like it would be useful to get the copper into... Why is the rum gone? Because America drank it all. Wow. Gee, thanks, America. Am I going to rummage around, try... Oh, we have a Kingler. Does anyone need a Kingler? Apparently I don't, but I'm going to try and catch it anyway. Where's my... Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's stand here and do this bit. That one. 1, 2. Wait, what am I stood on? Oh, I'm stood on a stair. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that, and that, and this, and then I'll have to yeet myself off the front of the building. $10 out of 10 for accuracy, minus 5,000 for actually not picking up that it was a stair and not a block. It's usually what I'm standing on in Minecraft. I don't know, I've seen people stand on all sorts of things in Minecraft. Right. You... Woohoo! I caught something I didn't need to catch. Oh well. 4, 5. One of those. 1, 2, 3. Yes, this is 1.21, Nanian. I've been in 1.21 for about 4 weeks? 4 weeks? 3 weeks? When did I do my first hunt? Oh, since roughly the first of the month, I think. Because we went hunting for puppers on the first of the month. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I absolutely have been trying to keep this world vanilla, because it means that I can upgrade fairly rapidly. And by fairly rapidly, I mean within a month of... Hello, hole. Of the release. Mostly I was delayed in upgrading because I was waiting for vanilla tweaks to catch up with things. And if the whole responds back, you're in trouble. Because that probably means that there's something in there about to try and murder me, and I've just missed my landing. There we are. Let's see, I should have, if I'm doing this right, which is not necessarily a sensible thing, I should have a row up here. One last time again. And then there's one of those. One of those. 2. That. 1, 2. I need to work out this shape a lot better, but we can come back to that in a minute. Or 12. Question. And the answer is yes. So this is my floor level where that wasn't I asking someone to remind me of something by the end of the week? If I was, I've forgotten. Okay, so that's my floor level, which means that this is... And so is chat. Excellent, excellent. Don't remember what it was, just I asked. Lovely! So none of us can remember. Which means that this was my initial attempt at where I was going to place the top of this. I'm off by 1, but that's not too bad, because that's roughly where I would like to... Yeah, that works. We remembered that you wanted to be reminded. Well, I wasn't here. Forgot about what. Well... Then what? Well, we'll just have to assume that whatever it was, if it was important, we'll probably find that it's exploded, broken, or gone wrong later. Why does this feel like it's... Oh no, that's not. That's... I was about to say, why does that feel like it's in the wrong place? It's not. It's because... Wait, what? Hold up. How... Ooh. Uh-oh. 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 I have goofed somewhere. I'm not entirely sure how. So if that's doing that... Nanu? Uh-oh. That's wrong. This is wrong. This is fine, because this is the back of the bit that's visible. But I've forgotten to take into account that things have gotten wider at this point. And so there is actually a separation and a divergence. Never watched that series of films. There is a separation and a divergence. At which point this should be here, and I now have to have 2 columns of copper. Lovely. That doesn't make this any more expensive. Honest Gov. I also feel like I should be filling in this column of air, because otherwise it's just going to end up with a zombie in the middle of it at some point. Because nobody wants a zombie appearing trapped in their... Oh. I don't even have a cask of Amontillado. The tower did not decide to be chonky. The tower did not decide anything. Scotsman's sanity failed to take into account that he was making things chonky. Really. Scope creep happened. That too. The tower crept apart. I'm still feeling like I've forgotten something. Yay, Nanian! That is fantastic news. And I am so glad. I mean, that sounded bad. I really appreciate everybody who subs and gift subs, and absolutely don't expect it from any of you. You're all absolutely crazy. I know it was that you were actually having trouble getting it to do that, and how do I just say thank you? Just say thank you, Scots. It's probably quicker. Thank you. I think I went through the 5 stages of what in my head. Wait a minute. Why am I down here? I didn't even see that fall. Mostly because I was facepalming. I was facepalming so hard I didn't notice myself falling off the wall. Oh, that just is... that's even more. Don't forget to hope for snow by the end of stream. That was several days ago, and we didn't get hit, so we faked it. That was Monday. That sounds like that sounds like Monday. Okay, so this place is getting chonky. Your brain is weird. Congratulations. So are the rest of us. The crane is more powerful than my will to stay atop the tower. That absolutely was the case. Right. I need to work out how to hydrate, apparently. Hail hydrate! Thank you, CB. The joyful noise of the squeaky bottle of doom. And a stretch. How did we reach 30 minutes already? I think I was just looking at that and thinking, huh? Alright. For my next trick. Three-hour stream. No. Where do we want this window to be? More to the point, what do we want this window to be made out of? Because I feel like it should be going with the same sort of thing that we have further uphill of using the deep slate cobble. Time. It's a yes. Time does this. It likes to run off into the distance whilst giggling maniacally. I think it's based on several of the people around here. Let's see. Also, if you're... I like the way that Nanian commented on the waxed weathered copper grate, but didn't actually comment on the waxed exposed chiseled copper, which is the block down the sides, which is even more of a block. Wow. Statements. Oh, you saw that on Monday. Okay. Really? I just slept. I don't want more snow. Okay, who said hope for more snow by the end of stream? Who said it? No, I deny everything. I did not say anything about snow this week. On Monday. grates are just very unusual for Minecraft. They are, but they do look amazing. If I can get back to the build site without killing my... No, missed. Also medieval too. Which I'm going for dwarven / medieval on this build, but I seem to be hitting it out the park, hopefully. I don't... You won't have seen this yet, Nanian, which is kind of hard to see because of all the danged snow. You know what? I'm going to execute cam account override. There we are. This is what we've been doing with that block, Nanian. And it looks particularly good in the pairing. I'm trying to work up to this tower where we're going to be putting a window in a minute. Right. And now, since I am not attempting to cheat, I'm going to be good. Oh, good. We had that conversation as well yesterday, Nanian, about it looking like Prince of Persia. I should have brought some half slabs. I also like the fact that I executed executive override to get rid of the snow, and then I brought it back because I'm choosing not to cheat. I mean, it will go in a minute anyway because of sleeping. There. Now I have officially gotten rid of the snow. I'll occasionally let the cam account use its op status for things, but I try not to... I try not to land safely. I missed! He flies through the air with the greatest of ease and bounces off buildings and walls and trees. He flies into mountains up in the air, that mad squirrel Scotsman. Uh-oh. Hope for snow. It's a trap, yes. And in the end, I don't think I actually needed the half slabs because it's always a trap, yes. Do 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 do. Do 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 da da da. Ba 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 ba. I missed. How the heck did I miss that one? I just flew straight through the scaffolding there. That's highly unfair. Let's try that again. Take 3 attempts to land on a building? No, I just crash and go. Oh, wait. Now, if I want to make this... Okay, so that's starting to look... That's starting to look circular. Yikes. I nearly walked straight off the building whilst trying to control the wrong account. I mean, if I do this... It's a very chunky window. I've got fantastic net. How do you think I actually get any... how do you think I stream? I've got decent network. Wrong type of net, I know. I'd like to fly straight past it. Yep, that too. This is an incredibly chunky window. How do I make this less chunky? I mean, if I take out these... Could be made into a clock. Yeah, it could be. Into safety net. I mean, the other problem is we've got... Let's get the let's get the other problem into place so that we can at least see what we're doing. Because there's going to be a wall here. What if we do it this way? That's heading very, very directly in towards the direction of the Cult of the Eye again. Shame there's no black trapdoors or fences. Yeah, that's very much the problem, isn't it? A lack of black. Ooh, hey up! I got a feeling I might have an idea here. There's a concept forming. We could be in trouble. He's got a concept forming. And I know that I'm on the cam account still, because I might as well just let you see what I'm doing, rather than seeing this up close, because up close there's not a lot to see. Up close, you just get a face full of block. Dang it, I didn't expect that one to end. I didn't expect that one to end up quoted. Oh, whoops. I'm not surprised. Seeing it after being quoted, I fully understand. I just didn't expect it. That feels a lot better. That feels a lot better, and it's a lot less chunky. I like this. This feels good. I can do something with this. I was tempted to put... No, I don't think I want to. I was about to say, I'm tempted to put... in... Hold on. I think I need to... No, that's not going to work. How am I going to... No, that's definitely not going to work. I was thinking about doing this, but that just makes it chunky again. What I might do is... I need blackstone. So this is where we start bringing in some of the concepts that we've done uphill, with the second layer at the back of this. Okay. So this one has the blackstone behind the cobbled deep slate. And that's going to be the frame of the glass when we get around to actually doing glass on these windows. Why am I going in there? No, still not in the right one. Wow, my inventory is an absolutely stinking mess. Blackstone. I'm going to need more than that. Let's just make all of it. And I'm going to need more than that. What don't I need right now? Which of these materials that I'm using don't I need? And the answer is I need all of them. I'm just going to put that one there for a minute. And bring back those. Possibly. You might be right. Thank you, Raven. Wait, what am I landing on? I didn't want to land on this. I want you to land on this. I landed on the wrong thing. Go unusual. So unusual. I need to sleep. And it's very much appreciated, Raven. Honestly, though, I'm not able to come up with these builds. This is purely being built on blind luck at the moment. That's better. I want it to be up there. You know what? I'm just going to put a pile of scaffold into this. Okay. Then we bring in you and you. I think a row of those. Top and bottom. That's getting better, except for the fact that whoops, hold on. I think maybe I should not have this one or this one. What I do need to do, however, is bring in this all the way up. Oh! Oh! Missed! Ooh, hey, there's a piece of scaffold down there. It's fine. I'm professional at falling off of things. Ooh, piece of candy. That's a quote from something. What is it? Is there a Pokemon out? Oh, there is. Okay, so one of us got that reference. One of us gets that reference, and it's not me. Family Guy. Okay. Thank you, Landstrad. An Aractus. No. Missed. Ow. You know what? Since I keep ending up down here as well. Where are we at on time? We're at 1:45. That's better. Scaffolding is probably a good thing at this point then, to be able to save myself some time. Right. I don't think I've ever really watched Family Guy. Right. That feels like it should be one of those. We're counter-quoting. Okay. Your quote was Mythbusters. How many different quotes can we get simultaneously that are guaranteed to... Well, I want cobbled deep slate brick stairs, and I don't have any in my inventory. Right, I'll come back to that problem in a minute. Actually, no, I don't. Right. I want to do something in this area. And I don't know what. Or should I just be lowering this window by 2 blocks? I'm feeling like I might actually have this window in the wrong place. I'll back it up a little. I'm really feeling like I should just lower this window by 2 blocks. One block down, put in a row of little tough bricks. I can see that. Oh, that. Oh. Fortunately, I have chiseled tough bricks to hand. Whoops. I might change out this. I might change out this a bit. For the copper. 2 blocks forward, 3 blocks back. Yeah. No, that's the wrong material. That's not the right material. Also, 10-minute warning. No! Just as we're deciding that we've gotten off by 1 on this entire section. Ah, dang it. Now I'm racing to take this out, and I'm taking out bits that I shouldn't be. Ooh, a wall. Yes, that might be the right one. Right. Let's grab these. It's a shame there ain't copper walls. No, copper walls would look wrong. Deep slate brick wall. Ooh, that might be the one. Yes. I can think about that in a second. Let's get the window back into place. So, I need, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, 2. No, wait, hold on. It's you, and you, and you, and you. So it is one of those. I'm going to leave this on camera count for the minute while we're doing a speed build. Again, for the you can see what I'm doing element of this. That one, that one, that one. Where's the bricks? There they are. Brick, slate, brick. Yeah, I needed brick there anyway. You. Once you've built it once, it's so much faster to build a second time. That window really pulls it together. Ah, I get that quote. And it's not even a rug. Cantona. Say, Cantona. I've got cobbled deep slate tiled wall. Cobbled deep slate tiled wall. Yes. Deep slate tiled wall in 3-block section. That's what it needed. What I should do is sleep quickly. I've got a couple more minutes. My bed! Where did that go? It's stuck in a wall. Ah! You can't really see it, but then I don't think you... well, actually, maybe the alternative would be... if we don't do with that... I know what the alternative would be. We've got just enough time for the 3 bits that I need to finish. I need to put the 2 pillars up either side with the copper in them. Let's put my bed back here for the moment, because that gives me another inventory slot. 1, 2, 3... No. No. I was right the 3rd time. Really? 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 Minecraft really wants us to have moody mode for Pretty's clock in a minute. That's better. Right, let's get these in. Did hope for it on Monday. Right, and deep slate tile walls. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Ow. That's brick. Or block, even. That's those. Oh, you're kidding. I ran out of walls. Come on, give me the walls. No! I swear, they're off by 1 errors. Actually, I think that one's an off by 5. Whoops. I'm attempting to rush. I should stop attempting to rush. Right, I'm going to bring back this because I will be swapping the camera count over in a second. And since there's a distinctive flash when that happens, I try to avoid that on stream. Right. There. Right. You go back there, you go here. I need that, and that, and that. I'm sure I swapped that for that. Ooh, hold on. That should be there. Have I missed one over here? Yes, I have. Ooh, did I forget that on the other side? Probably. Really? No, I didn't. I missed it. It is not there. I remember it on the second half, not on the first half. So I remembered this one. It's this one that is missing. And that's a stair, not a half slab. Go in there. Yeah, it's... Ow. It's an easy thing to have gotten confused by. I'm building at high speed, and all of these things look very similar to each other. Right. Let's take out the scaffolding, and go and lock my main account in its cupboard under the stairs. And first things first, eat before I kill myself. And then we will see what we will see. Okay. We have a sandy ghast. Do I have one of those? Yes. Okay. Alright. Oh, wow. You can't really see it very well because of all the schnur. Wow. That just looks so... No. Oh, that is... I love the light coming through the tower in the background. Let's take advantage of moody mode for a minute. Looks downright menacing. I mean, it's my quotes. I'm menaced by my quotes quite regularly. Thank you very much. This is all going to be a terrace at some point. Where's ground level? Way off. Fine. Okay, this looks absolutely awesome. What I do want to do is see what this looks like with the sun aimed at it, and possibly without moody mode. That tower is the right height now. That tower is absolutely the right height now. It felt previously way too short and squat, but it now really matches the style of this area. I can't tell if the snow's vanishing or if it's just getting dark. I mean, it's going to get slightly taller because I need the crenellations at the top. There will be more styling added into this. But it is very, very close to the right height now. And that just... it's going to look very, very menacing when this is finally built. I love the fact that I'm classing all of this as just sketching. This is me working out the concepts and the shapes that are going to be repeated all over this build. And yet, because I'm working in fairly distinct large blocks, it does feel like there's a lot of it. Come on, I'd like to be able to sleep, to be able to see this in the early morning sun, please. Thank you. Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, that just... Oh my goodness. Oh boy. I did not think that was going to pop like that. I mean, it just, wow. Oh, I am having so much fun with this color palette. This color palette is just really working. We should have a look at this area before the sun moves. Oh, that looks great. And oh, I'm curious. If we were coming in from along the road. So this is coming in along the road. Oh, that is going to... Oh my goodness. The tiering of this it leads the eye up to the big tall tower at the back. I didn't really... I didn't plan that. And yet it works just so nicely. Oh. Sometimes I am very, very, very happy with the way things come together when I'm not planning them. I know this is all planning and plotting, but my word. Yes, this colour palette in this landscape has been great fun to work with this week. I have had so much fun trying to come up with the concepts for this. And this copper. I mean, hold on. I feel like we should really do one more thing, though. And that is, look at this without shaders. Because shaders do overdo it a lot. Even without shaders, this does look fantastic. And those copper blocks still look amazing. And that has always been my goal. This has to look good without shaders. Right. Oh, this has been a very fun week. Trying to come up with these concepts. However, we have, at this point, reached the end of the week. Let's have a quick look at who do we have out there. Okay, so that's gone. Poop. It looks like I've missed my target. I'm going to wrap up at this point because, well, to be honest, it is Friday and we are, well, 10 minutes beyond the end of stream. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this week and for joining me today while we've been having Frozen Week. I will be back again next week in Castle Gordonstein, where we're going to be going back to some of the fun around that. And that will be starting again on Monday at my usual time, 2 hours and 40 minutes previously to now. Yep, and I'm now coughing. I hope everyone has a good time zone, and I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. You are absolutely all amazing for having been here. And I hope to see you all again soon. Take care, look after yourselves. Bye-bye.